I'm Chris Gore, and I run Jackson Garrett. It's a musical concept band, kind of along the lines of Steely Dan, where there are a few key players, being myself, Chris Gore, as the composer of all the material, and my arranger and musical director, Marty Steele. Marty's my partner in crime, really, in Jackson Garrett. He's almost half of Jackson Garrett, really, you know. Marty has played for people all over the world, a musical genius. He manages to be able to come up with the right note and the right chord at the right time and the right place magically, without any effort at all. He is such a pleasure to deal with. I have nothing but the best things to say about my wonderful friend Marty Steele. So Marty and I kind of sit down and we hash out the tunes together, and then we get some great musicians to back us up, and we come up with a smooth-sounding record. I'd like to think that Jackson Garrett has a unique sound that can't really be pigeonholed, can't really be pegged. We've been getting airplay now on radio stations all over the country. We've just done a big push with our new record, Speechless. So we're kind of just on the edge of having things happen. I've been playing music for many years. It all started back in about 1985 when I opened up a jazz club in Montreal called Upstairs. So we had jazz music playing all the time, and I hired good jazz musicians every night. And as I worked with these musicians over the course of many years, I decided to set a mission for myself and set a goal of producing records. And so I'd just like to think that what I do is an extension of what I learned from those great masters. I was lured out here by my brother, who has a ranch not far from Palm Springs. So I made a move to come out to the desert, and I've enjoyed Palm Springs ever since. After I had met Pat Rizzo, the great Pat Rizzo from Sly and the Family Stone and War and Frank Sinatra, we started churning the records out from his home studio. He gave me a push and a confidence boost that I kind of needed at the time. Pat's a big part of Jackson Garrett, I must say. He definitely is a big contributor to the impetus and the drive of the whole band, and he's a great inspiration for us all too, with all of his credentials. It was a wonderful thing, and he's such a warm player. He plays the greatest saxophone solos I've ever heard in my life. I really believe that. I'm blessed, really, to be working with Pat Rizzo. Cool and Easy was my second record. That was the first time I got to play all my original tunes, and I was so proud of this record and the way it sounded that I thought to myself, heck, I've got to make another CD of these same songs, but without the voices and just instrumental, and we called it Speechless, with Pat Rizzo, Steve Madeo on the trumpet, and Kenny Meyer on trombone, replacing the voices of me and Christy King, our singers. So Jackson Garrett has evolved over the past 3 years, Cool and Easy being released in 2009 and Speechless in 2010. So in the past 3 years, we've come up with 3 CDs, and we've settled on the singers and the musicians that are part of the band, and we've found a format that works well.
We fool around town. I go downtown with you, Steve Madeo.